say monsters don't exist. But what if I told you they walk among us, in plain sight? Imagine the chill creeping down your spine when you're alone. The unsettling sensation of eyes boring into you from the shadows. Yet, when you turn, nobody is there. Picture yourself in a crowded grocery store, heart racing, as an inexplicable dread clings to you like a dark, dark cloud. Monsters are real. This is American Whiskey, and every Friday we get together for Sip and Solve, where we dive into the bone-chilling tales that remind us of darkness lurks just beneath the surface. All right, guys, welcome to American Whiskey. As always, I'm Big Sturge. We got Justice League.
How's it going, guys?
I know Levi's here.
Always.
We also call him Twisted Tea. But
20
you may not remember this fella. It's because, you know, life's changed a little bit. He's working third shift. But we've got the one and only Peanut.
Peanuts.
What's up,
Peanuts in the
everybody?
Listen, guys, we got a good episode for you. But before we get there, we got to go around the horn real fast and talk about the one that's here, that's not been here for a Sip and Solve in a while. The mastermind behind the one and only Sip and Solve. Peanut, I'm not trying to like undo
No.
you being here, which is really cool.
Keep going. Keep going.
But
I like this
it's
build
cool
up.
you're here. It's cool you're here.
I like this build up. But
But
we know who the mastermind is.
I'm
And it
just
sure
gonna-
as the hell ain't
I'm
me.
gonna do it.
Let's do it.
Michaela.
Hi.
Michaela. Here's the problem. Listen, it's been a few weeks, right, Michaela? We've been talking about, we've got a lot of big things coming for American Whiskey, and we're excited about it. Michaela, you're the babe behind Sip and Solve.
Yes.
And we all
The
love the babe
babe.
behind it. We all love the babe behind it. Okay. But listen, I'm gonna let you go first because it's been a while. Sorry, Phil. I know everyone loves you, but everyone's missed Michaela.
There's already
Yeah.
a peanut rocks
Michaela.
in here.
But
Fuck.
what are you sipping on, Michaela?
I'm sipping on Ecliptic Brewing's Starburst IPA.
Delicious.
That's one of my
Ooh.
go-to. Delicious.
Okay, like 0 to 10, 10 being the best.
A solid 8.5.
Oh, damn, that's a
Like
good.
if I see it
that's a
somewhere, I'll get it.
Okay.
And they just started canning it, and you can get a 15 rack, which you
Ooh.
normally can only get 12. So
Okay, well, 15. We're talking like Bush and Natty, like that. You know, like the 15 racks. That's a good selling point.
Yep.
All right, we got a Peanut. I didn't let you go first, but that's because Michaela has been here for a while.
She is the queen.
I know, no, but listen.
The queen is sipping something.
no, listen. We still
Oh.
love you. What are you sipping on?
Well, today, my big cup, I happen to have some very fine burned out winery.
Oh, my
Nurse.
God.
Ooh.
Burned out winery.
He's never gonna stop.
You know what I
beeping.
like to call it? Duh boys
You know what?
Boys.
and duh girls.
Oh,
What a
boys.
show my age here, because Varsity Blues was one of my shows back in high school,
Of course,
and I gotta give it a old Billy Bob fucking 10,
get it, boy.
a fucking
Get it.
10.
That was good. That was actually fucking
That was good.
That was
That
good.
was really good.
Super proud of you, by the way. I was not prepared for it. Extremely proud. Dilly.
I am drinking a what do you call it? A Jack and Coke, but it's a bourbon and Coke. It's
Oh.
Rowan's Creek and
Yeah.
Coke, and a good old Coors Light.
Here's the thing about when we get to sipping and drinking. If it's got pop in it, whiskey, we always call it a Jack and Coke. I don't know why we call it a Jack and Coke, but it's just what we do. But I'm also sipping on Barton's, very old Barton's,
Can't beat it.
and Coke Zero. We're
Bang for
talking
your
about 100%. We got a handle of this shit.
For what, $17?
I think dude, it was like
Ooh.
$15.99.
Yeah.
Handle of it. Very, very delicious. And to be honest with you, I'm not scared to drink it solo.
Right. It's a very smooth drinker.
But when I'm trying to stay awake and do this thing, because every time like 45 minutes or under, you know, that's what I want it to be at, but it never ends up being 45
Right.
or under. It's always like Michaela's on, Peanuts here now, so it's gonna be an hour-ish or two.
Well, there's a lot of
Yeah.
details in this case as well.
Yeah.
Well, and there are. So I'm sipping on very old Barton's Coke Zero because Big Sturge is down over 170 pounds now.
Hey, congrats, friend.
Thank you so much. I
Hey,
appreciate
Serge,
that.
can I put it out there?
Go ahead.
Levi, mute us for 10 seconds. All right, so I'm going to put Serge on the hot seat for a second. I feel like this is a very huge accomplishment. Serge, what happened this week?
I was able to see myself on a house scale.
I know you.
Hell yeah, dude.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
I appreciate that.
That's
So
really
for
awesome.
those that don't know, Christmas time, Secret Santa and everything, I got the wrong box. I did not order this for him. It was supposed to be a putt thing when you're on the shitter, and they sent a scale, a smart
Oh.
scale.
Oh, geez.
And when he opened it, I was pissed. He loved it.
I did.
And he was like, no, I'm going to use this until I can fucking weigh in on it.
I was super
And,
excited.
and I'm going to use this to
Mhm.
track my weight. And I was like, no, you needed the putt shitter.
Yeah. I was very so I made it my goal.
True.
I made it my goal to be able to look on my phone and see my weight.
But I do want to throw it out there. Less than 7 months, you made it happen.
That's
Yeah.
really awesome, man.
Thank you.
We did this right around Christmas time. It is July, and you're there. Proud of you, bro.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right. Appreciate it. All right.
All right, so
Sorry.
dive into your intro of this case. Sorry to check you up, bro.
It's fine. I just want everybody to know out there if there's something that you're trying to achieve, you can do it. Sometimes it takes a little bit of work and dedication, and you can do it. Because I'm like the least dedicated person in the world. But I wanted to be able to love my wife and love my kids and be the one to do it. I didn't want somebody else to do it. So if there's something out there that you want to achieve, you can do it. And in the story, in the fucking story, right? Thank you, Dylan. I appreciate that. God damn it.
I
Fuck me
always
up.
get it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right in the feels. Just right in the feels.
To
So-
be fair, we had a 10-second little intermission, and I asked if I could throw it out there.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right. So before we get started, as always, we love two companies out here. We're going to do a mid intro or a commercial and a beginning commercial. We always start with Burned Out Winery. Levi, if you can throw down the Burned Out Winery. And if you're looking for a unique wine experience, check out Burned Out Winery. Founded by a team of siblings who turned their passion for winemaking into a thriving business. They focus on crafting exceptional small batch wines from Moscato to tart cherry and spiced apple to their delightful sangrias. There's something for everyone. Each bottle tells a story, complete with a creative name that reflects their journey. Their wines are not only fantastic, but they're also affordable, making them a great choice for any occasion. You can easily order online at burnedoutwinery.com or connect with them on Facebook. They deliver. Whether you're local or out of state, they'll ship right to your front door. Support this hardworking team and savor the taste of Burned Out Winery. This is Big Sturge with American Whiskey. Imagine receiving a letter in the mail that changes everything. It's not a birthday card. It's not a love note. No, it's something much darker than that. A letter that exposes every deep secret. It accuses you. It threatens you. And sometimes it even reveals a shocking truth about your life. And what if these letters weren't just the work of a prankster, but part of something much more sinister? Tonight, we're going to be diving into the case of one of the most haunted Ohio cases, I would say, the mysterious case of the Circleville letter writer. And tonight, Michaela is going to take us through this case, a case that's wrapped the paranoia, the secrets, and the chilling sense of unseen eyes watching. So lock your doors, turn on the lights, and prepare to enter a world where nothing, literally nothing, is quite what it seems. So we're going to dive into the small town of Circleville, Ohio. We've got the one and only Michaela to lead us through that. Michaela, go ahead.
So the Circleville letters refers to a series of anonymous, threatening, blackmailing, and otherwise very disturbing letters that were sent to the residents of Circleville, Ohio. And this all started in 1977. These letters were all written by an anonymous writer, and they targeted different individuals in this relatively small community. It accused them of affairs, other secrets, demands for actions. They tried to involve the letters and skew public elections. It delves deep into like a different level of debauchery, and it happened for almost 2 decades.
I think Michaela, when we talk about Circleville, I think some of the most interesting things, we think about big towns. This is not one of those things, right? It's a town in Circleville, Ohio. It's a quiet place. It's a small city with a very rich history that stretches back over probably a century. I mean,
let me just double check.
This town goes back.
So Circleville's been around for a while, and Michaela, just a quick critique to what you were saying.
Yeah.
The first letter was actually sent at the very end of 1976.
Oh, gotcha.
And that was to Mary Gillespie.
Yeah, but she said 70s to 80s, so she's right on.
I thought she said 77.
I did say 77.
Whatever. Fuck it. Hey,
I appreciate it. Your blind faith in me just touches my heart.
We all research our own shit. I do not allow us to talk about the case before we go into it because I want it to be blind.
Yeah, I really, really like that kind of aspect of our podcast, not to derail the discussion, but like at first I was like, oh fuck, should we like try and meet and talk about it? But I really like that we bring our own research to the table because it allows us to have more of a discussion than just like compiling a script and stuff would.
Right. 100%.
Yeah. And you get to tell me when I'm wrong.
No. So a lot of people, from what I was researching, was saying 77 because if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was like late December of 76 is when the letter started.
Oh, I got you.
Like it was at the end of the year, so people just probably
Justice League.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up and let her
go. Fuck you. Just like fuck Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, whatever. Michaela, you're way more attractive sounding, so go ahead.
Sorry. Blah, blah, blah.
Don't be
I
sorry.
got distracted by your very sweet compliments. So as you said, the first letter was sent to Mary. Is it Gillespie?
Gillespie.
Yep.
Gillespie. But she worked as a bus driver, and she was accused of an affair with the superintendent of the school district there. In the note, or I guess in the letter, the writer told Mary that they had been observing her house and knew she had children. It was
Kayla,
postmarked. Oh,
would
yep.
you like me to read the letter?
Oh, yes, please.
Oh shit!
He has it. It's
okay. There was a little thing over it where I couldn't say I couldn't read the top and
Go
bottom.
for it. Shut up. It's the classiest.
So
true crime
it says,
podcast.
"Stay away."
I
from
know.
Cassie.
So professional.
Don't lie when questioned about knowing him. I know where you live. I've been observing your house and know you have children. This is no joke. Please take it serious. Everyone concerned has been notified, and everything will be over soon.
Ugh,
That's creepy.
so creepy.
I don't know what I would do if I like my wife's like, look at this letter.
So, for context,
What?
so
The
Serge,
fuck does that mean?
Michaela, I don't know if you've seen this note, but for context of everyone listening,
Looks like
the way the letters are written is like when you're in elementary school
is it double ruled?
and you have the double lines with the
I
dotted
think
line
it's
in the
called
middle.
double ruled.
Yeah. And you're trying to trace those lines.
I failed that. Actually, still right like that.
So it looks like he was following a script to write these letters. No one writes like this.
I'm gonna try a thing. I downloaded a picture, and I'm
Can
gonna
you
post
try a
it
thing
in
real
our
fast
group
for
chat.
us? By the way, this is a bottle from a guy at work. It's a new riff, but it has Jesus holding a whiskey bottle. If anybody can see it,
Michaela, I just sent it to you on
I think it's
Facebook.
pretty incredible. Jesus, he's not just drinking.
Ooh.
And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, where I'm talking about elementary school writing, handwriting.
Oh yeah. Boop, save.
Which this will come up again when we start talking about the handwriting experts,
Yep.
because the way this is written,
Mhm.
there's no way you're ever going to be able to be like, oh, this guy did it.
Well, at the end of the day, I read like that, but I wasn't alive.
Not double spaced
I feel
across multiple
Yeah.
lines. That was very, very done on purpose.
To be fair, I do. All
I've
right.
seen your writing. You don't.
What a dick move. That's cool. All right, Michaela, keep rolling.
Bop. Okay. So, the letter was postmarked from Columbus, Ohio, but it did not have a return address. And then within 8 days, she received a similar letter. She was married at the time. Her husband, Ron, was unaware that these letters kept being sent. She was keeping them from him, but he received one as well. And the letter stated that if Ron did not stop his wife's affair with, again, the school superintendent, his life would be in danger.
Right. So
The lives? Like the
no.
lives?
So what happened was, what she's saying is, when they started getting the letters, or when Mary, right? Yeah, Mary Gillespie started getting the letters. She ignored them. She was like,
she thought it was a prank.
yeah, she was like, this is a prank. I don't care about this.
But here's
It's
my
not
question:
happening.
did she ignore it because it was a prank, or
I'm gonna.
did she ignore it
We're
because
gonna
it was
get into
true?
that. We're gonna get into that.
Let's be honest.
But she ignored the
Was
letters
she
at
getting
first.
some tail on the, on the.
Since they got no response or anything out of it, the writer started sending it to her husband and said, if you don't respond, then your life's in danger. Threatened the husband.
Like death?
Yeah. Said the husband would die. So now
Phil,
the husband's filled in.
what are you thinking so far? Pull your mic.
Crazy shit.
Pull your
Like every
fucking
time,
mouth.
every time I like pour my drink, my ice clashes in the mic, so I like pushed
Well, that's
it
fair.
away.
That's actually fair.
So Phil,
That's
from
considerate.
what you've heard
No,
so far,
honestly,
what are you
Michaela's
thinking?
right.
You know, it's all creepy, especially being so close to home.
I mean,
Yeah.
I get that.
It's not that far.
But what I'm thinking is
I went to school there.
they
Oh,
started
yeah,
with
I was going to ask how far away you guys are.
they started with
45
Mary,
minutes.
and then they went to the husband. It's someone that knows them.
So
Yeah.
here's a creepier thing. So when I was in college, this is the first time I heard about this case. I went to college with someone like the people that got the letters first.
Mhm.
I went to college at Ohio Christian University. Somebody that was like a great niece or whatever to this woman that got it,
Mary.
Mary, their great niece or whatever went to my college. They told us about this
Oh,
case.
whoa.
It's like, man, that's a load of shit. I tried to message her on Facebook to see if she'd get on there. I didn't get a response because we're not friends on Facebook.
Oh, gotcha.
But I found it very intriguing. But it's such a small town.
Right.
Mhm.
Like you guys don't realize, like
Oh, I do.
the town is so tiny. You can go down like 3 or 4 streets and get to the whole town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this
correct me if I'm wrong. It's one of those towns. There's like a stop sign, a street light, and stop sign.
there's a couple street lights, but
Yeah.
they added those in my second year of college.
Yeah, it's not very old.
So, but like everybody there knew about the story, but not very many people knew outside of that. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? Everybody
Yeah, I just
locally knew about it. Yeah.
I just looked it up, and as of 2020, the population was just under 14,000.
That's
So thinking like
this was in
40
2009.
years or 50 years before that.
Yeah. Well, in
Like-
2009, we had a Walmart, you had a Family Video, you had a Roosters, and a Bob Evans.
Damn.
and maybe
That's what
like
you
a
had.
mom and pop pizza place.
Oh, you had a Cappy's.
Like,
it was called
yeah.
Cappy's
Yeah.
Pizza.
Cappy's makes some
I
good
worked there
pizzas.
for 2 weeks before I got fired.
Oh shit.
I was supposed to deliver a pizza, took a slice, whatever. So, but very, very tight community.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up in a town with 4,000 people, so like
Yeah,
I understand that everybody knows everything about everyone.
Right.
100%.
All right, Michaela, go ahead.
So
Oh,
2
but
weeks
Michaela,
after what'd you say?
I love you.
Oh, I love you too, bud.
Go ahead. Sorry.
You're fine. So 2 weeks after Ron received his letter, the writer threatened to go public with the affair allegations. So far, obviously, Mary had been maintaining that she was not having an affair, and this was obviously someone just trying to F with them. But he broadcast, or I say he, the letter writer, broadcasted on TVs, CB radios, and billboards. At this point, Mary and Ron had only told 3 people about the letters: Ron's sister, his sister's husband, Paul Freshour, and then Paul's sister. Mary thought she had some ideas about who might be sending the letters, and they decided to try and have Paul write letters to the suspect, claiming that they knew who they were. And this seemed to have an effect on the letter writer because they stopped for several weeks, whereas they had been coming every few days, or I guess maybe every several days would be more accurate. And then like Ron started getting them and they were like 2 weeks apart.
Right. And in between that, other people in the community started receiving letters. It's not very well known. It's hard to look it up and everything, but the writer tried to interfere with politics.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to send letters to a bunch of people in the community of saying basically vote for this person, vote for this person, vote for this person, out of fear, hoping for them to have fear to vote the way he wanted.
Right. Fuck. Was
Did you
that?
win? It sounded like it was a lottery machine.
It's
Phil hit the lottie, boy.
Did you hit the lottery?
Nah, it's just saying I'm
It's just a
So, Serge, after hearing that, what are your thoughts so far?
Well, I know. So I know what I know from going to college there. I know they went a lot of years suspecting a person, right?
Yes.
But I don't believe that the person that they suspected was correct.
I'm going to say it.
I mean, you guys have to understand. There was like times where, like the bus driver, we all know that was the first letter, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the husband would spend like weeks after this happened. He would go around Circleville ripping off signs around the community,
Trashing
trashing
her.
the fuck out of her. And imagine that, waking up to your spouse having letters all around town posted on, stop signs, local convenience stores about the situation.
Right.
So he would go around and rip these signs off. From what I remember, she said the person that was claimed to be the writer, he claims it was his, I think, son.
Ron's son?
Ron's son.
Okay.
Yeah. That did it. So that's what I got.
Michaela, you have anything to add there?
No, not for that specifically.
Go ahead. Go wherever you want to go here.
So the whole nature of this case changed in 1977 in August. Ron, instead of receiving a letter, received a phone call from the purported writer. The call seemed to confirm Ron's suspicions on who he thought the identity of the writer was. Remember, they had some different ideas of who they thought it was. And so he had decided, nope, I figured it out. He grabs his gun and goes to confront the person he thought was writing the letters.
Well,
And-
he that's the night he grabbed the gun, right? Took off.
Yes, yeah, and left in his pickup truck.
Yep.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. Do you want me to finish synopsis, or do you want to chime in right now?
Yes.
Well, don't
Okay.
mess, Michaela. You know how it goes.
Because I want to add
Apologize.
to what you're about to say.
Okay, sick.
that,
Okay,
though.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't context of the intro of it, or
No, you're good.
No,
That's it.
I
Okay.
like what you're about to say.
Shut up.
Okay. I need the affirmation. Okay.
Shut up, Dylan. Sorry.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so grabbed his gun, left in his pickup truck. Even though during the call, the writer claimed to have been watching his truck, just like they were watching the house, keeping tabs on them. And then, literally a few minutes later, Ron was found dead in his truck, crashed into a tree.
With a 20, or I don't remember the gun, but a gun under his seat that had been fired.
Yes, it had been fired once, at
Yep.
least once before crashing.
But they don't know where that shot was.
No,
No.
it hasn't been recovered.
So the thing that stands out to me on this,
That's tricky
Mhm.
and trippy.
one, a letter's been sent that they're watching his truck. He claims to know who is sending the letters.
Mhm.
He grabs his gun to go confront him.
Yep. Well, we don't know. From what I remember, that we don't know who he's going to confront, right?
No one knows who
Not
he's
yet,
going to
no.
confront.
He went to take care of business, told the wife, I'm out of here. I'll be back.
Yeah,
So
he
he
didn't
grabs
mention
the gun
it to
and takes
anyone.
off. Doesn't
So
tell
he
anyone.
leaves with his gun. He
Right.
gets in a crash moments later. Literally, Michaela, like moments later.
Yeah,
He-
like
They're
minutes.
minutes later, they find him in a crash. He's dead. So they just say, they think at first, like, hey, it's just a wreck.
No.
He died. There's a gun under his seat. One shot's been fired. Here's my thought. One shot's been fired. You don't know where that shot's gone. Was he purposely ran off that road and he was defending himself at this point?
Right.
shoots a
Mhm.
shot towards somebody trying to hurt him, kill him, right?
It's also August in
Yeah.
Ohio in the 70s. So like it's probably at least going to be warm enough that your windows are going to be
Yeah, like
down.
90s.
Right.
Yeah. So like
Pretty hot.
you
Shit,
wouldn't even
oh.
be able to like track. He wouldn't obviously shoot through his fucking window.
Pretty
Like,
much hot.
So
Yeah.
what throws me off on this whole thing,
Mhm.
the sheriff at the time, his name was Radcliffe.
Yep.
There's speculation that he's involved in this as a cover-up because initially he said that there was foul play involved because there's a shot, no one knows where it went.
Mhm.
But how do we know he didn't shoot it at the range?
There's only one shot gone. If you go to the range, you're emptying multiple magazines.
You've never been to the range with me.
I
You,
guarantee you're
one shot,
dropping
dude.
30 rounds at least. But
Eh,
what I'm saying is the sheriff initially said there's foul play.
Mhm.
And then later on, after the suspect he said he thought was involved passed a polygraph,
Mhm.
now all of a sudden he had a 1.6 blood alcohol level.
Yeah,
This
0.16.
Never brought up until after the suspect.
that's a pretty high alcohol limit.
Yeah, twice the legal limit.
this-
So you're
this
like
was-
shit housed.
This was never brought up until after the suspect passed polygraph.
Mm-hmm.
Still a high limit.
Oh yeah, but
Is this part of the
I mean-
cover up?
well, because that's the thing. Like I know they would have checked it, but the fact that that information wasn't part of the initial suspicions too. Plus, like, I mean, I guess we don't know what time he left or what he was doing beforehand, but if he left from home, so it's not like he was at a bar and then he was like, "Yeah, let's go fuck this shit up."
Well, even on top of that, his family was very surprised
Mm-hmm.
because they never knew him as a heavy drinker.
Yeah, and a 0.16 is heavy.
I mean, let's be honest, it's hammered.
I mean, it's us. It's us at the end of this podcast.
No, I'm about a 1-2.
It's doable.
I'm about a 1-2 right now.
Hey, Sturge.
Yes, sir.
It's doable.
That's doable.
I'm approaching.
I've got so much catching.
Well,
up
here's
to
the
do.
thing. So what if we go back to when I was in
I'll feed
college
you in my
and I'm
cave.
listening to this story? So he leaves the house after a phone call.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is just from what I remember. It might have been
No.
exaggerated.
You're
from the
on
person
right now.
telling me.
You're so far. good.
And he is so sick and tired of the shit that they're going through. Okay. The
Right.
posters around town, all this shit that's being talked about his wife. So
Mhm.
he gets a phone call. From what I've heard, is meet me here, and I can prove to you like the proof
Yeah.
of what's going on. So he takes off. He takes his gun. Here's my wonder, or in their wonder was there somebody outside that house in a car down the road, sees him take off. They're following him. It kind of turns into like a high speed chase.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he feels threatened at some point. So what's he do? He's got his gun. He's trying to get ran off the road.
Right.
So what does he do? He's got his gun. He
Pops
fires
off
a
a
shot. He pops a round off and loses control of the truck that he's in. And unfortunately, he gets in a car wreck, loses his life because of the car wreck, not because of the the situation that he's in, but because he gets in a car wreck. We know people that have been in car wrecks. You hear about it. They lose their life. He didn't lose his life because of that, the action of somebody else, but he loses his life because of the fact that he gets in the car wreck. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It does.
No.
So
Well,
but it makes it tricky though. Just
Mhm.
because there's a round missing out of the magazine and the gun, it doesn't mean that he was firing at somebody outside the window.
Yeah.
There was no bullet holes in the vehicle that he was driving.
Right.
Okay. There was no, was he paranoid? I mean, that's something you have to think about.
Maybe he just decided, hey, I'm going to pop off a round because, you want to blow off some steam. What's the best way to blow off steam?
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Blow a couple rounds off.
You're not, well, just one.
Yeah, just one. Well, he's driving, so you can't fire too many.
Yeah.
And he's going to go meet
Shit.
somebody. You
If
don't
you're-
want to waste them all on the way.
That makes sense here. Yeah,
Not exactly.
I've done a couple
Well-
of pops.
Look, if I'm doing a desk pop driving down the road, I'm fucking going pop, 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 pop. I'm not just going pop. Oh shit!
Yeah, but what's he got? Does he have a revolver?
I don't.
Because he's only
That's
got
a good-
6 shots,
honestly,
You can
that's-
use one. You might want
Well-
to keep a couple if you're going to meet somebody.
You
You're
don't
kind of
ask
shady.
questions I don't know yet. I don't know if it was a fucking revolver or not.
So, just a little background on Sheriff Radcliffe.
Hold on.
Oh wait, real quick. One of the thoughts I had, like, I know it was only a few minutes later, but like, what if Ron had actually been able to meet up with the letter writer, or like had seen who he thought it was, and then was able to just like bug off? So maybe like there were no, at least tied, like police reports of like gunfire or anything. So like that would have been something I would think in a small town would have been noticed by someone. And so why is there no record of a shot being fired?
Well, so here's the one thing that they wondered. They wondered if he was the culprit. He shot a shot outside of his vehicle at this time and wrecked his car to kill himself. That was something going around at that time.
Right. I mean,
It
that
is
could have been a thought at the time.
Well,
But-
because to be honest with you guys, I don't think the marriage was happy at that point. I don't think that just like any relationship, I don't care if it's a marriage, a relationship with a parent, a friend, you go through issues. But I know just, hearing from, when I was in college, they
Mhm.
wanted if it was more of just like to complicate the situation. Let's pop a round off outside the window, wreck the
Right.
car, and wreck the truck, kill myself, and then and they'll figure it out from there. I think that's a possibility.
And I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But another thing that is very wildly not brought up, the time he got this phone call and his death, his wife was out of town.
I didn't know that. Did you get that off CNN or
Don't worry about it.
is this a joke?
It's the Ohio Project.
I thought it was a funny joke.
I did
News,
too.
CNN,
I thought it was funny too. But she was
Look,
out of town.
She
when this
snorkeled.
happened.
I know for a fact she thought it was funny.
I plead the fifth.
No, you don't. You snorkeled. Okay.
I know.
Yeah, it was fun.
I thought it was funny.
But the thing that stands out to me here is the sheriff.
Hmm.
Yeah, 100%.
He actually was very heavily known as the oldest and longest serving sheriff in the United States until he passed in 2020. Now, that might sound noble and everything, but with time, there's always a chance for corruption.
Yeah.
And I hope and pray that someone with that kind of influence would never succumb to that. But we've seen it time and time again. So who knows?
But yeah, just look at the Senate and the Congress.
There you go.
Damn. Damn, Phil.
He's coming in.
Damn, Phil.
He doesn't say much, but when he does,
Fuck,
fucking
Phil.
listen.
I wasn't prepared for it, Phil. Okay. What's kind of interesting to me? So we do these, sip and solve. Sometimes they're solved, right? Sometimes they're not. But the crimes we talked about, Israel Keys. You remember that one?
Yeah.
We talked about unsolved crimes. But the one thing that I do know, no matter what crime is committed, somebody knows something.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of something that boggles my brain. Something that really is hard for me to understand. It's something hard for me to like comprehend. The fact that like you can commit a crime. It can go unsolved from 1977.
Right.
Right? Was it 77? You said, I believe.
76.
And it went on for how long, Michaela?
Over 2 decades.
Okay, so 2 decades. You cannot tell me that there's not another person. Let's say that person that wrote the letters is dead at this point. There's not one person that doesn't know about this. 100% they do.
Well, yeah, but
I think
if they got involvement in it, they ain't gonna open their mouth. And
I get that, but they do. Sometimes they do. But the crime is like every crime is solvable.
Right.
Every one of them. There's not one crime that's not solvable. Somebody, do you guys remember the girls at the bridge in Indiana? Do you remember that crime? Okay, it went, I think, unsolved for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
6 years until somebody had the fucking conads to come about, speak up about it. And the girl I went to college with, they're sold on who did this crime. They're sold on it. They think they know. I'm not going to say.
So,
the
Sturge, when I bring up the name,
name. Okay.
I hope you tell me if it's it.
Okay. Which we have not, Michaela, we have not talked about this, right?
Right.
Dylan, you and I have not talked about this. We knew what episode we were going to do.
To be fair,
Well, we
I
have not
I
talked about it.
tried to bring up to Sturge what my
I would not
thoughts
accept
were and everything. He was like, "No, we're not doing this right now."
It wasn't fair because we haven't talked to Michaela about. Honestly, Michaela, we have not talked about any sip and solves.
Like I've brought up a few things that I'm going to bring up towards the end, and it's very damning. But Michaela, what's next?
So, meanwhile, back at the ranch, the letters have stopped for the last few weeks, going into almost a year. But in August of 1977, oh wait, nope, too far. Okay, so Marion, the superintendent, Mr. Massey, actually did later acknowledge after Ron's death that they did have a relationship, but they claim it didn't start until after the letters were sent.
Sure.
And that kind of touches a little bit on Sturge's theory of how he ended up crashing. Because, like, if you get the letters, at first she doesn't tell you about them, and then she finally does, and they are so assertive that the affair is actually happening, and then maybe he did find out before he died, and that I could see like would just break somebody.
Right. And the whole thing's a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
They denied, and then once he dies, they're like, "Oh yeah, we
So
were
I guess
there, but it didn't start till after the letters did."
it was like, wow, I never thought of you that way.
But now I'm receiving these letters. Now I want to sleep with you. Shut the fuck
Hey,
up.
sex does a lot.
I got a
Sex
question.
Go Philly.
Yeah.
Philly.
If she's out of town, who the hell's there to verify you got a phone call?
That's what I was wondering too. Oh, I guess that makes sense.
The what?
Yeah.
His phone records.
I don't think they were that good back in them days.
They could still tell if you got a phone call.
They could. But Phil,
Good question, though. Great
nice
question.
Try. Nice try.
I'm gonna Google that right now. Where there?
Shut up. Terrible question, Phil. No, honestly.
No, that's a great question. Oh no, oh wait, hold on. Nope, I put 1877 like an idiot. Okay, hold on.
Hold on,
That was
hold
a
on.
telegraph.
Yeah. Boop-a-dee-doo, boop. Yep. The details that were retained are the numbers called, the date, time, and duration of the calls, and any charges incurred, especially for long distance or toll calls.
Okay.
Yep.
Can you repeat it?
Yes.
That
Repeat.
They did have phone records of numbers, dates, times, and duration.
Well, here's the question: was she hooking or not?
she was sleeping around
No, we don't know that. But
with the principal
At least with one guy, the
Oh.
superintendent.
or superintendent, not
my wife's
principal.
a
My bad.
teacher.
Oh, you're fine.
She's not a bus driver. You're good. She's not a bus driver.
I am,
Yeah, she is.
but I'm
Mary's-
a bus driver.
Mary's a bus driver.
No, his
Oh.
wife's not a bus driver.
Oh, pfft. Sorry,
She's
I
a
missed that
teacher,
part.
but I'm also a bus driver. So
Well,
Okay.
don't rip any signs down that are harassing you.
So hold on.
Segue.
I want to read a comment real quick. Gordon, I 100% disagree with you, and I will bring up why in a little bit.
Tell us why.
Gordon, you said the case handled itself. Case closed.
There's no case closed, Gordon. Gordon, what the fuck, man?
No, Gordon, I'm going to
Are
bring
you
something
shitting
up.
me? I'm about to go on a sturge rampage right now.
I'm about to bring
It's
something
an
up.
unsolved fucking
Oh my
fucking
goodness.
crime, man. Don't you start, Michaela.
I'm going to bring something up after Michaela's done with her synopsis here.
Oh, fucking Gordon
That
tuned
throws
in and out.
everything to a
Gordon's the
whirlwind.
man.
This guy's tuned up.
Gordon, we love you, but this case did not handle itself at all.
I'm backing Gordon on this one.
No, you're not. You haven't even heard what I have to bring up.
Okay, let's go. I want to hear your.
I can't wait for this. Michaela, am I or am I not going to throw him for a whirlwind?
I am ready
I'm
for
not
the.
taking sides. But there is a pretty good plot twist.
Oh,
So Ron died in 1977. They acknowledged the relationship, and then in 1983, so many years down the line, 6 years. Yeah, math. Mary, taking her usual bus route, started receiving more harassing, I guess, letters, but these were posted along her bus route. It's like bus drivers drive the same route, small town, like people knew,
Right.
the letter writer knew where she was going to be driving. So they started posting threatening signs next to the road. And this went on for a time. I didn't see.
I
How
believe
long
it was months.
Okay.
I mean, I could be wrong on that part, but
It was long enough for her to just kind of reach her mental limit. So like at first you'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like I know it's you, ugh. But
Well-
then like eventually it just starts to wear on you.
right. But the interesting fact about this is it wasn't her going out and taking these signs down.
Mm-mm.
It was Paul, her husband, was running around her bus routes and destroying these signs, taking them out, throwing them away.
Oh wait, Paul is actually Ron's sister's husband.
Who's her husband?
Her
What-
husband was Ron.
So Ron was taking these signs out.
Well,
What
he
he
was
was
already
there.
dead though. He was already dead.
Well, I think the signs started before he died.
No, he died in 1977 and the sign started in 1983.
So who was the one ripping the signs out?
Paul.
Paul.
Ron's sister's husband.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. We're on
Yeah.
the same page now.
Yes, yeah. It was Paul. So yeah, her brother-in-law.
Okay. Now we're on the same page.
So Paul had been doing his best to try and get the signs down. She'd see them, complain to him. But it just got to a point where she was so tired of seeing them that towards sorry, I just want to make sure I get the sentence. So she reached her limit, and along her bus route, she decided to go and rip the sign down, just as an act of like physical outlet. However, when she did, she discovered a booby trap that was designed to kill her. The trap had a box which contained a small pistol. If she had pulled the sign off in a specific way, like if she had just pulled it towards her, the gun would have fired.
Which
So-
normally you would pull a sign that way. So
Yeah, you just pull it off. My guess is she went to rip it down, and whatever string and loop was tied to the, like, maybe hammer, but however the string was configured, my guess is because she pulled it down, it didn't engage.
luckily,
Yes, very luckily.
Holy shit! Not only do we have a killer, we got a MacGyver on
You
our
ain't
hands.
wrong.
Yeah,
Well-
right?
he was a MacGyver, but the way it was constructed, they could tell that it was someone that was an amateur.
Mm-hmm.
There was only one way for the gun to go off, and she had to pull it the perfect way.
Mm-hmm. When they further inspected the gun, they also saw that said amateur tried to file the serial number off, but they were able to raise the number. I think usually it's used by like acid etching, where even if you think you've scuffed the surface enough, sometimes due to like the manner of the indentation, you can acid etch to see where the metal has been like interacted or changed in some way.
So, in
Right.
other words, you mean tried to etch it off.
Yes, yeah. They file it less than a lady doing your nails.
Right.
I don't know what that means.
I know.
I've
It's
never
okay.
got my nails done.
They fuck your nail beds up.
Fucking nail
There's
bed.
just like the most
Gosh.
wafer thin layer of
No.
nail left.
I have the most disgusting nails.
Basically, what we're saying here,
I think I got.
if you want to etch
I
off
have
a
an
serial
athlete's
number,
foot in my fucking fingernails, dude.
if you want to etch off a serial number, it's
You
not,
gotta dig deep.
I
but it's
know.
not hard.
Dig it deep.
This
Dig
person
deep.
just grazed the surface basically and was like,
Scratched
"Oh,
it.
that's good enough."
Yep.
So,
And then the police were like, nah, dog, we see that.
and it was very
Oh,
quick. And the technology they had back then is nowhere near
You
what we
ta-
have now.
Let's just say it dog shit.
Yeah. So the
Say it.
fact that they were
Say it.
able
Say
to
it.
see the serial number still
Dog shit.
Mhm.
shows that the person that
Say it.
initially tried
Say it, Levi.
to
Yes, sir.
etch the serial number off did not actually try.
Mm-hmm. Or at least thought he tried just enough, which means either he was lazy, inept, or in a hurry.
Yeah. I mean, who wants to get their nails done in a hurry?
But Michaela, you're bringing up the serial number.
You know?
Yep.
So
We're just
what
segueing
came
into
of
that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
because they
fuck
were
Beds up. I'll tell you that.
because they were able to get the serial number, it was established that the pistol belonged to Paul Freshour, Ron's sister's now ex-husband. He and the sister had split, and he had been helping Mary out, be like, "Oh, I know we're not technically family, but like I just feel so bad. So I'll help you with these signs." But the pistol of the sign that she almost shot herself with belonged to him.
It was a sit up.
Mhm.
you're saying that, Peanut.
It still sounds like that.
Yeah,
is.
she was
Michaela?
probably fucking the brother-in-law.
No,
Hold on, Michaela.
Yes.
Where was that pistol
It does
kept?
Let me just add this. She's getting the dick.
I-
Can I be honest? Are we should we be a little bit PG?
That's every young boy's fantasy to bone the
Yeah.
bus driver.
Getting the dick.
Really.
We're
But-
ready to R here. She's getting the count.
Michaela, where did that pistol get
Dick
kept?
down, dick down. Circleville.
I don't know where the pistol was kept. Sorry.
So the
Well-
detective on the case
Get it done. I know
Um,
exactly what it was.
got a
Wait,
hold of Paul.
Sheriff Radcliffe or one of the detectives?
Hold on. Let me see if I can find it really quickly.
No worries. Like unimportant detail. Honestly, I just didn't know about it.
So,
Yeah, someone's going.
off the top of my head, I don't remember. But the detective on the case, I don't believe it was Sheriff Radcliffe,
Okay.
contacted Paul. And he was like, hey, can I come over and run you through a couple questions and everything? And he asked Paul about this pistol. Paul took him to the garage. And he was like, well, it was kept here, but it was stolen.
How convenient.
Well, you say how convenient, but if you keep a pistol in your garage back in what, the 70s,
Early 80s, yeah.
when nothing like this is going on, you might not look at that pistol for months on end.
But who the hell keeps a pistol in the garage?
He showed him exactly where he kept it, and there was a spot for it. He claimed this pistol was stolen.
Yeah.
It could have been. It could have
It
been.
very easily could have been back
It
then.
could have been stolen.
But if he was removing the signs and he had booby trapped one with this pistol, he
Mhm.
would know how to remove the sign and not make it look suspect while also being able to reset it in a different spot or
Well-
even in the same spot.
But Michaela,
Hmm.
maybe they're Navy SEAL.
No, shut up. He was not a Navy SEAL.
It was just
Oh
a-
yeah.
Yeah.
Gordon brought up a good point too. So like 70s and 80s were, I don't want to say peak serial killer time, but that was when I think forensic techniques advanced to where people could tie murders into each other and be able to see those patterns, as well as just kind of generally being bolder and contacting media. Like this became part of the like a pretty big subsect of serial killers that need of the recognition. It's like
Well,
it might not be that
so
there were
this-
more, but they were more noticeable.
But Michaela, so I get what Gordon's saying. Back then, there wasn't much technology, is what he's saying, right?
Right.
But what about Israel Keys? Israel Keys went around the United States in like early 2020s. For 14 years prior to that,
Mhm.
slaughtered people all over the United States. The only reason he got caught is because he wanted to be caught.
Yeah, he made it.
Yeah.
He beat everybody. So there's active serial killers right
Yeah.
now in the United States that are successfully just fucking slaying people,
Mhm.
that are beating forensics and beating like
Yeah.
right. So technology evolves, right? So
Yeah.
do killers. So do
Mhm.
Right.
people that commit crimes, right? Just we can't say the only reason he wasn't caught was because he beat that time of the era.
And I'm
And
gonna,
people today are beating
yes, they are.
technology today. Look, if you don't
Yeah.
Israel Keys, look him up. That dude,
I mean, look at Epstein situation.
Jesus.
Well, we're not getting into that right now. Stop that.
We're not. Hey, that's a good episode.
But I think kind of the
Kayla, I want to hit on the
well,
fact
real
you
quick,
said,
more to Gordon's point, it's like this did happen at a time where like these kind of like systematic improvements were happening. So if this had happened maybe like a decade sooner, we probably wouldn't even be able to like, I mean,
look at the serial
look at-
number.
Still on
yeah,
the-
look at the serial. Yeah, I was like,
Time is
I
still
didn't
in
want to
flux.
like stand on false science because I was like, chemical interactions for acid have been around for a while. But yeah, like it would have been a vastly different investigation. And I think in some ways simpler because they wouldn't have had as much to look at, and they'd be like, "Nope, you fucking did it."
Well, I mean, even today, like I feel like sometimes, sorry, I'm a drunk as hell. So, but like the investigations are more lazy now, as they more than they were earlier on, because they really had to investigate crimes then with their brains. You know what I'm saying? So even
Mhm.
before this crime happened, they had to piece together a crime. Well, now they can put it in a lab, you know, and test a lot of different things. But all the evidence stuff evolves over the years, but so does the crimes.
Yeah.
They know what they're trying to beat.
I mean, what
so
is an
back then
unsolved
they knew
crime?
they were. Yeah, it's an unsolved
Most-
crime.
There's
The
all
circle-
kinds of unsolved crimes because there's not enough evidence to support
Mhm.
the investigators.
But the people
case.
committing
Or-
like a serial killer, for example, they know what they have to beat. They understand
Well,
that
yeah,
DNA
most
is
serial
big.
killers research everything.
I mean, goddamn, we have fucking ring bells now. You ring a doorbell and your fucking face is on it. So, like,
Yeah.
you know, the matter of fact is, you know, we talked about Patty Atkins for a lot of times. Was her disappearance was just a anniversary. I think it was what,
Mhm.
20 years now.
The case actually reopened.
It's been open. It's not reopened. It's been opened. But you know, you take the evidence that you have from then, rerun it till now, and you might get something. But I think
Fun. Oh,
go
sorry.
ahead. No, you go ahead,
Uh,
please. For the love of
one
God.
of the well, and one of the limitations with DNA is like they have made so many advancements, but in the early days of those, they were trying to run DNA samples and realizing that as they atrophy, they need a much wider net to spread to be able to then like they needed more technology. So there are a bunch of DNA samples that haven't been run because
Right.
they're old
Right.
enough or small enough that they would have to consume the entire sample, and without a great like higher chance of success, they're not willing to run it.
But so we're talking how many years? Run the shit.
Yeah. Well, but
Time to fucking try it.
yeah,
yeah,
everybody's dying.
Yeah, like by the
might
time
as well just take care of all of our.
well,
We've
it's
got to
like
get our
Patty
tasks.
Atkins, that case, like they have a DNA from the truck bed.
Mhm.
You know, it's like they've been holding on that for 20 years. Well, we're waiting for, you know, technology to advance. Well, fucking try it, because everyone inside the people that are involved with this family line, they're dying at this point. Get some fucking closure.
Mhm.
Run the fucking DNA, run whatever it is you have, and see if we can come up with something.
Because
Yeah,
at what point are you like? I mean, not to make it like a cliche, but if you don't even try and you're just waiting for so long, that eventually it just degrades to the point where you can't even run it. It's like,
That's
well,
right. Yeah, 100%.
you have the same outcome. Either you're gonna run it or not. And if it fails, it could have failed for any number of reasons. Either you're inaction or action.
And I think we're all on the same point, you know.
Mm.
I'll say, what's it going to hurt? If it don't work, you're still at the same damn point.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
we have to get some try to get some closure.
Exactly.
Try to get some closure. But what happens is, and I could be wrong, it takes money to do
Mhm.
this. They're not worried
Yeah, it's
about
not cheap.
a crime from 1977. In my opinion, they're not worried about that. But the thing is, we are the family is. But
Yeah.
let's wait another 10 years. No one's going to even know about this. Go ahead and Google it. What's this crime that Michaela brought up tonight is not something that's talked about. And it's a horrible, horrible thing that has haunted Circleville, Ohio for decades. That deserves to be solved.
Right. And Michaela, I want
Yeah.
to
Take
throw
it.
this out there on you.
Sorry about that, guys.
Oh no, you're
We
fine.
went a little off the
Forever
rails there,
agreed.
but it tied into this.
Mhm.
Sorry.
You brought up the point where Paul might have known how to take the sign out.
Mhm.
I totally disagree with that, because the fact that he was pulling them out from the get-go no one ever suspected him of anything, why would he ever have the idea of, oh, I need to get him off my ass? There's no reason for it.
Yeah. But I mean, if Paul is helping Mary this whole time and he is the letter writer, like ultimately he is, if in this kind of demented state, like they're going to be talking about it. And he could, from her, hear how close to the edge she was of just like being so frustrated with all of this continuing happening. Like, because he was helping her, like maybe there wasn't a pistol for so much of it until he realized that she was kind of getting to a breaking point. And maybe that last sign was just one that was so like insulting, degenerate, that that's just what finally, like the straw that broke the camel's back. And that's what made her flip. So he knew that he had been manipulating her to this point to be able to pinpoint like when she's going to see the worst sign she's seen this whole time. And that's going to be the one that tips the scales.
Right. But I think we're, correct me if I'm wrong, we're getting to the point where Paul goes to prison.
Yeah, I think we left off where like they were able to identify the serial number, and they knew that the gun belonged to Paul, and that Paul had recently separated from Ron's sister, so he was kind of a like free agent, didn't have the familial ties to kind of give him any good graces. I couldn't find exactly why they had separated, so I don't know if this was like bad blood or if this was Paul trying to be a copycat of the letters because he knew about, like, there are so many questions where there are like variables of each outcome. But so February 1983, that's when Mary ripped the sign down, didn't end up getting shot. And then late February, Sheriff Radcliffe, after identifying it was Paul's gun, asked Paul to meet with him and to take a handwriting test. The handwriting of the letters was really specific, and Sheriff Radcliffe asked him to try and copy the handwriting from the letters, which that is like a wild thing to me because obviously
That's
he
not
can see the
handwriting
letter.
expert shit.
Yeah, like he can see the letter and you're just trusting him to do his best to recreate the letters. If I had to do that, oh, Doug, I very purposefully would not try and recreate it.
But from that, they
That's
said,
like a
"Oh,
scout's
it's
honor.
you."
Be like, do you promise to do your best?
But from that, they said, "Oh, it was him." Really?
Well, one of the ways that they tried to kind of like trap him, so they asked him to try and replicate them, but then Sheriff Radcliffe also asked him to basically dictate the written letters. So Radcliffe would read them out loud, and he would have Paul try like write them down as he was hearing it in the style of the letters.
Right.
Or just trying to catch him in as like maybe it was a way that he didn't normally write, and if he were trying to specifically write differently at some point, if you're listening to something, you're more focused on being able to write it down than you are in changing your handwriting. So he was trying to catch him in a slip of having that like hear the thing, write the thing. There's like a flow state that happens where he would just revert to like the normal thing. Plus, if he had written the letters initially, hearing that would also pull up the memory of him writing the letter in the first place. And they might be able to catch him in a slip of like, he's been here before and he starts writing in that style.
Right. But that kind of logic is very flawed.
It's part of handwriting analysis is inherently flawed.
Fact that handwriting experts said, "Oh, that's him."
Mm-hmm.
Come on. That shows cover up like no other.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. So after the test, That's when he took him to the garage, showed him where he kept his gun, said it was stolen. After that, Sheriff and Paul returned to the courthouse, where they did end up arresting Paul and charging him with attempted murder. The trial didn't start until the end of October. So that was February to October, 8 months. And he was never charged with the threatening letters. They did charge him with the attempted murder because it was his gun. A handwriting expert testified that Paul was the letter writer, to middling evidence. And Mary also testified that she thought that Paul was the writer after his former wife, Ron's sister, visited her, and she felt the same suspicion. She kind of thought it was Paul, maybe, and then so did Ron's sister. So they were like, yeah, it's this fucking guy. And Paul's boss testified during the trial that he was not at work on the day that the booby trap was found.
But saying that,
Yes.
he had a very strong alibi.
He did.
He never ended up testifying,
Mm-hmm.
so his alibi never got brought up. But from the defendant's counsel,
Mm-hmm.
it was very solid.
Which, like, that is the hard thing about being a defendant, is you can't introduce, like, if you try and have someone else come present your alibi, then it, I think, is like he said, she said shit. Like, you
Right.
have to testify where you were. You can't have someone just say that you were there and then
Right.
not be the one to either, like, initialize it or corroborate it. Like, it's just some dude who says they saw you somewhere.
I mean, and that brings into, like we brought up a lot tonight, technology.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, there wasn't like, oh, show me a bank statement
What
of
is
where
there
you
a way to
were.
bring all that up now?
Like,
Today's technology.
today's technology is, oh, if you were there, can you show me a bank statement, a credit card statement, something?
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone swipes now. Well, majority of people swipe.
Yeah.
So they could be like, oh, I was 20 miles away. Here's my credit card statement. Back then,
Or a camera.
right,
Camera that picks you up.
cameras
you know.
everywhere.
Mhm.
They didn't have cameras
Back
like that
then, there wasn't cameras. A lot of people use cash. So it's hard for a defendant to be like, oh, hey, he was here.
Yep.
But saying that,
Yes.
so he served a couple years in prison. He was in
thinks his
Lima.
Stepson did it.
Right. There's theories of that.
Yeah. So he, even though he proclaimed his innocence, he was convicted and given a 7 to 24 year sentence.
And he served his time in Lima, Ohio, which is interesting because letters continued to be sent
Right.
to Circleville
Mm-hmm.
from Columbus, Ohio.
And the warden swears up and down there's no possible way that he could have sent letters.
No, there's none. Because if
possible
you
way.
send a letter from prison,
Mm-hmm.
it has to be postmarked from where you're sending it.
And it's looked at.
It's
Yeah. I was
looked
like,
at,
and it's looked at, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
and
100%.
nothing ever got sent from Lima, Ohio.
Doesn't matter what level of prison they're looking at, what mail's going
Yes,
out.
they
and
are.
coming in. They're looking at it.
So these
So the
letters,
only way that it's possible is somehow or another he's paying them out.
right?
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of shady shit going on.
But I don't
Not
believe.
on- well,
But-
and not only that, he received
Oh,
letters while he was in prison,
know.
and he did stints in solitary confinement, and even still, letters kept being sent.
Right. And I need to do a little more research, and I will hit on this again. But I believe that he actually received a letter while he was in prison.
Yeah, he did multiple letters.
Yeah.
So saying this, you just convicted a man based on a handwriting expert
Mm-hmm.
telling him to try to copy handwriting. Prove that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I don't know what you guys feel. I would say I'm 100% sure Paul's innocent.
100%. I would agree.
Yeah, I would do.
98.
Yeah,
you-
like I guess there could be if he had some kind of accomplice or one of
Well,
the
I don't
things.
think it's a
Well,
con-
hold on,
Because
because
somebody
there was
for him.
the Hillside Stalkers,
Yeah.
or at least the one who was in jail, convinced that one lady Victoria, I think,
Mhm.
the real life Harley Quinn, convinced her to try and reenact one of
Right.
their murders so that they could get out of prison, and prisoners get groupies all the time.
Yeah.
So
A
I mean,
lot.
I would assume that they're like monitoring letters. That's how all of this stuff, like all of their business was found. But there is a possibility that he was able to sneak mail in and out and try and convince someone else to like try and help him get out of there.
All right, so
or at least like provide an alibi. I
Well,
don't think that's what
but-
happened, but like I see
Uh,
Peanuts like 98%.
I'm
like, there
I'm
is a chance.
100.
No, I don't think that he doesn't know. I'm not convinced that he doesn't know who did it.
I
Oh,
think
you think it wasn't
That's what I'm
Paul, but he
saying.
knows
I
who
don't.
did it?
I'm not convinced that he doesn't know who did it, but I'm also at the same time convinced that he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Can I connect the dots for everyone?
Sure.
So, Michaela,
Yes.
there's not a lot more details. So, can I take limelight?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go.
So, Paul was released from prison in 1994. All letters stopped. There's a very interesting case file that started between him and his ex-wife. It was over a
Transit there.
property. Yes. So it was over a property in Hocking Hills area of back taxes not being paid. So Paul's ex-wife claimed, I want this property. He's not paying for it. I will pay it, and it's going to be mine. So this court hearing was brought up. She no-showed. So the court put it up for pretty much repossession or foreclosure. Foreclosure is what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, someone with the last name Sorick comes in, swoops in, pays the back taxes, and gives it to the ex-wife. Random person. No one ever knew who this was. So why would you do that? There was a episode done on 48 Hours.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everyone here has seen 48 Hours.
100%. Yeah.
They do their research.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It's conflicting because at the beginning, they try to say Fresh Hour, Paul, is guilty of being the letter writer. But then they go on to say that the letter writer was a female.
So did she do it?
Who? His ex-wife? No.
No. Did the bus driver do it?
No. So Sorick, her actual name is Karen Sorick. These letters, every single letter came from Columbus, Ohio. Karen Sorick passed away in 2024. So we will never know if she's the actual letter writer from Grove City, Ohio.
A suburb of Columbus, Ohio.
So this Karen Sorick swooped in, paid these taxes for his ex-wife to take this property out of nowhere.
Why though?
And just so lives in
But why?
Columbus, Ohio.
But my question is why?
Is it a family friend? We will never know.
Is it a lover?
Is something
There's
else going on here?
Or there's always somebody that knows.
Mhm.
Somebody knows who Karen Sorek is
And why she did that.
and why she paid for these taxes for his ex-wife who betrayed, I'm going to say betrayed him and said he was the letter writer.
Mhm.
There's so many questions to be asked that we cannot ask because she's passed away.
Somebody knows.
Somebody does know. And I 100% believe Karen Sorek was a letter writer.
But why?
We don't know. She swooped in and bought the property.
Well, and gave it to, because, like, if she gave it to Ron's ex-wife, or wait,
Paul's
Ron's ex-wife,
ex-wife.
Mary,
Paul's.
or Paul's ex-wife? Okay, got it.
Paul's.
Thank you. Sorry, I got to reorder my brain then.
I just fucked you guys up. I know.
I know. I'm like, fuck.
Maybe he felt bad for the ex-wife because Paul was banging the bus driver.
Yeah.
Or
Or the
Paying off back
superintendent.
taxes in Hocking Hills of someone she doesn't know.
Hey,
Yeah.
you never know.
Stop.
Maybe she
Or
just
maybe,
get
like,
around to Jesus.
the
Maybe-
superintendent wasn't the only one.
Maybe the Catholic did it, man. Maybe she's Catholic.
Now, saying all this,
Yeah.
there was someone locally involved. That's the only way, whether it was his ex-wife or someone else, for Sorek to even know about this stuff.
Well, part of me wonders if, like, the superintendent, yeah, maybe their affair started after the letters did, but, like, what if Mary, Ron's husband,
Yeah, but the
was
thing
diddling around with Paul, Ron's sister's husband, and, like, that's part of why he was helping with the letters, part of why they separated.
There were
Like,
so
maybe
many
she
people
knew
in
about-
the community of Circleville that were receiving letters
Right.
personally.
Yeah.
There were so many fucking people.
There had to be
In this
someone
town.
locally.
So
But-
here's
yeah.
where I'm at. The person I knew in college swears up and down it was his son.
Paul's son? Or,
Yes, the man that served time in prison.
okay.
That
I
was
mean,
his son.
How old was he when when it all
There's
started?
no fucking chance away in hell. We can already settle it right now. There's no way he was sending letters from prison. There was no
Oh,
way.
yeah,
Unless he
for
was
sure.
paying off guards.
Oh, hey, hold on a second.
Okay, unless,
Hey, Michaela,
yes.
I should have read more.
Oh,
You ready to hear this?
Not surprised.
No. This solidifies my theory. Peanut, you ready to be 100%?
I'm ready. I'm ready for the.
Karen Sorek. She was
oh, that
previously
was amazing.
by Dave Glipsy, Olive Glipsy, Mark Freshour. Those names sound familiar.
Mm-hmm.
They were family.
Yeah, I just saw Karen Sorek was her maiden name. She during the case law was Karen S. Freshour. And Paul's last name is Freshour.
Her sister-in-law was Mary Glipsy. Just throwing that out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
The
guess it's
ties
true.
are there.
The old saying:
The
friends and
American
family
Oasis
fucks you
solved it.
first.
Hold on,
American
Peanut,
Oasis
Peanut.
solved it, boys.
Can I say,
And girls, sorry.
are you 100%?
That's That's.
Did
what
I
was
change
waiting
your-
for the?
You didn't change my mind.
Who do you think did it?
I already told you I thought did it. Paul's son.
Which collaborates their family. There was two of them. I
think Paul-
100%
I think
believe.
Paul went to prison for no reason.
I agree with that. I think Karen Sorek was the one sending the letters, but Paul's son had a lot to do with it.
You know what I know?
What do you know?
You'll never know.
We will never know because she's passed.
He's not.
Let's reach out.
We can try. We can try.
Be like, hey friends, we do a true crime podcast. I don't know if you know, but your family's involved in some shit. Would you like us
yeah,
to
but
drunkenly berate you while we
Report.
that?
And I'm so used to reaching out. We did one when I was in Kansas City, Colorado, over a parent suicide. We actually we had it overturned as an unsolved murder.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we'll reach out. We'll do it. We'll make this a fucking thing because it's a crime that deserves to be solved. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that's haunted Circleville at least for decades, right? I mean, this is something that's.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many different.
Like 50 years.
Yeah, 100%. And Michaela, we talk about all these crimes that happen, and it's wrenching to know how many are unsolved.
Mm-hmm.
That I feel that are very solvable. You know, I feel like what's she doing down
Sorry,
there?
Kitty was trying to eat something.
Mama's, knock it off.
No, Mama's is in the cat sack.
Got it.
It's Krieg.
Well, knock it off.
There he is.
But yeah, I think it's something that we could try to like dig into a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like I said, I know somebody I went to college with that was kind of like tied into it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of interesting because what we're talking about tonight is like totally, completely different to what I was told, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But of course, like that's family, you know what I'm saying? So they'll have their opinions of what happened, but I also think that's something that should be looked at.
Yeah. Well, and I think if you have two different stories for a situation, like what is it the saying is, like the truth lies somewhere in between.
Yeah. Of course it does. Right? I think there's always my dad used to tell me the truth lies in the middle. Everyone has a story. If there's two people involved, then the truth lies in the middle somewhere. So,
I agree with what you just said.
Yeah.
But we're an hour and 27 minutes in.
Can I
we
say
did-
one last thing?
What'd you say? Go ahead, Michaela. What'd you say?
Oh, no, I laughed at Dylan saying, can I just say one last thing?
Yeah, of course. Make it an hour and
Go
30.
for it, bud.
I want to call out other podcasts, 48 Hours, and just the investigators. It took very deep dives to find out who Mary even was. The fact that no one is really even linking this Hocking Hills case to this.
Are you calling out 48?
Yeah. It was an incomplete investigation.
Damn, they're way bigger than us, bub.
I don't give a fuck about them. They had an incomplete investigation. I'll tag them right now. They did an incomplete investigation, and that's bullshit.
Are you disappointed?
Oh shit!
I'm very disappointed. How are you going to ever?
Call them out, boss.
How are you ever going to? No, hold on. How are you going to have an episode, find somebody on your show, and not have all the facts?
Maybe the facts
Well-
not till after the show.
No, this is. Like,
Well, they might also be
hold on.
limited
Yeah,
in
you
time.
say that. This case was done. Let me get the date for you. In June of 2000. 25 years ago. And no one's talking about it.
40. Here, let me just summarize what Dylan's saying. Sorry.
48 hours are
You're a
bitches.
shit show.
Which is why I'm coming from us.
48 hours. You're a shit show.
That makes me want to go through every single
And here's
episode
the-
you guys
here's
have done and find your flaws.
Can I honestly tell you the biggest shit show they ever did was over Peterson, the pregnant woman that was murdered in Sedessa, California.
Yeah.
Complete shit show. I would agree. Shit show.
I get you're trying to get views,
I
but
need
fuck you guys.
Michaela, I need you to stay on the on top of this because
Okay.
in case somehow or another they find out we called them out. I need you
Oh no,
to be
no, they're not going to
prepared.
do shit because they had an incomplete investigation. That's bullshit.
Fair.
Am I
I don't
wrong?
honestly. I've never seen Dylan so.
So
adamant.
heated.
Yeah.
Heated.
I was like, Dylan, have you even looked up this case? He's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like 2 hours, before we did this, he starts rambling shit off. I was like, dog, I don't know what you're talking about.
But Michaela,
Yes.
you're normally the one that throws out this shit. I'm like, what?
I know you fucking killed this one, dude.
He brought his A game every day.
Yeah.
I found this stuff and I was like, wait a second.
Hey,
No one's talking
48
about this.
48 hours.
Sponsor us. We'll
No,
make it better.
drink 12 beers, a couple of shots, and you got it.
Yeah,
I was like, we will
can
need
figure
a
out
fifth
anything.
and a 30 rec.
First off, you can't ever wear cat ears like Michaela does. You can't do a solid intro like I do. You can't come with the facts like my people. And Phil pulls up and makes random factual shit.
I think my
even know.
favorite was Gordon saying philosophical. That fucking sent me.
I did see that.
It's fair.
That was so good.
And then on top of that, they don't have Levi, who's over on the fucking production desk. They don't have this shit, man.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
don't have mamas.
And they don't have the
They
mamas.
don't have a mamas.
Okay, guys, we are.
We did it.
Hold on.
My family's home from the
We're
fair.
at an hour and 31
I
minutes.
gotta go. My family's here.
Everyone, we always do this at the end. Who do you think did it?
We do
Sorry
that.
about that. I
Well-
already told you who I thought. Phil. I haven't been listening.
I'm kind of, you got me leading towards the sun. I don't know if I'm 100% there.
But who sent the letters?
Son, man.
Sun. That's who I'm leading towards. But I don't know if that's because that's really what's in my mind or because you called out 48 hours and I'm afraid you're going to Epstein your ass.
Fuck 48 hours.
Fuck you, 48.
Fuck Mark Zuckerberg.
How about you call it 24? You can't because you weak. You got to have 48 and you still can't do it.
They might as well call themselves 24 hours because they do half the research.
Oh my god.
They can't call themselves 24 hours because they can only do it in 48.
Big
It's still
search.
shitty.
Big Surge, who do you think did it?
Listen, here's the thing. I think that Paul and his son has something to do with it. He went to prison. The letters, obviously, Paul wasn't writing them. Somebody had to do it. Somebody close to the crime. It was the dad and it was the son. End of fucking story.
Michaela, who do you think?
I could definitely see the son, and I could see Paul taking the rap for it.
100%.
Like I could see him realizing, like he knew his gun was stolen. He knew right where it was. He knew had access to it. Like
Yes,
if
son.
it's the son,
The
like,
stolen gun.
how many fucking episodes of crime TV have you seen? Like a parent just putting themselves on the line to protect their like fucked up kids.
Well, who do you think, Dill?
So it was a combination between two people.
Oh my god.
His son was the main culprit. But he was paired with Karen Sorick,
I could have cut this up 45 minutes short and just told you who did it.
and Karen Sorick was the one sending the letters. And I say that because the last letter was sent in 1994.
Well, the motto of the whole situation is you can't make a whore a housewife. This is what you run into.
I don't think that's the motto here, buddy.
No, I agree. I agree, brother.
You run into problems, man.
But-
Stay away.
Here's what we're gonna get at. We're gonna hop off because my babies are home from the fair. I
Yeah.
got some love.
And I miss my littles.
I know.
Also, fuck 48 hours.
48 hours.
24 hours.
Let's give them one of these, guys. You ready?
You guys,
guys are
did half the
terrible.
research.
Fucking terrible. You guys are so shit. What? How many crimes have you solved? Nine. You had 48 hours to do it and you didn't do shit.
Yeah.
I
What are
did
you
this
gonna do?
research
They're gonna
in an
sit-
hour.
Oh fuck! They're gonna sue us now
That's what happens
for
when you
all
go
of the
from
$100 we own
trying to
Yeah,
solve
enjoy
crimes
my
to
vast tens of
trying
dollars.
to
from
make a
Ohio
living
to
budget.
Oregon, bitches. See you.
48 hours, I'll give you my left shoe.
Hey, big
Yeah.
shirt.
Justice League.
Peanut.
Michaela.
And we are
American
American
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
American